Good morning to the DMV and the rest of the world. I'm sorry, this is your girl Reese, aka the best that ever did it, aka I have a hard on for my fellow man. I love my people, I really do. But woo, I tell y'all. Well, good news, Mayor Bowser is the mayor. Good news, uh, Mayor, the governor of Westmore. Good news. We still blue. DC still blue. Okay, Georgia. I don't know. Y'all still in the runnings. But I'm back today, y'all. And I am not alone today. I have my crew with me. They in full effect. I have Miss Bernice Smith, my beautiful co-host and anchor. Go ahead, Bernice.
Good morning. I hope everybody is doing well, and I don't know if that's good news or not, Reese. Honestly.
Well, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about everything. They put a little bit of little everything on the plate today. This is gonna be a smorgasbord day today. You know what I mean? And of course, we got our super producer in the back doing what he do. Molly Mall. He may speak to y'all, and he may not. Depends on how he feel today. But Molly Mall in the building. $1 million moments. He said he ain't talking to y'all jokers today. He upset about the election.
Hmm.
Now,
That's
Bernice,
good.
I know you were on the polls, not the polls. I leave the polls to me. But you were on the polls yesterday during the election and everything. So how do you feel about third time she's on the second mayor in history to have 3 consecutive terms? What you think? That's your man?
She ain't my man. That's my thing about this. My thing about it is this. Um, they definitely need to set a time limit. How long somebody can serve. That's just my opinion. But honestly, I feel sorry for DC. And for everybody who didn't come out and vote and make your voice heard, seriously, you have no right to complain because that is the time to make your feelings, your needs known. You know she ain't meeting the needs of most people in DC. You get ready to see what's going to happen. And I feel sorry for my city. I'm gonna pray for my city, but my goal is to get out of my city.
What was the percentage? I mean, how much of the votes did she have?
I'm not even sure. I didn't even want to look at it because I knew she was gonna win.
Now,
I
the
knew.
percentage of votes. How did you know she was going to win?
How did I know? Because honestly,
Set up.
there was nobody really in the running who was she didn't have a strong competitor. She didn't. So I knew she was going to win because she has the backing of the Caucasian, the upper class, the LB. I'm sorry, no disrespect. I don't remember all the alphabets all the time, but
It's A B C D L B G T Q P X
I don't.
LGBTQ
She
and P. It's a lot. It's the people.
she has the backing of the gay community as well. So with
Okay.
that being said, she's doing for them. So they're gonna come out. They're gonna vote. They're gonna make their voices heard. You see how the city building up, and it's not being built up for us. And people just are. It seems like they refuse to pay attention to what's going on. Most politicians don't come to our neck of the woods until it's time for the votes. I've been over in Southeast 8 years, and this lady don't really come out. She don't come to our neighborhoods when there's very rarely, and it's usually a tragedy that brings her here.
A
She don't know
tragedy.
what she know about us. She knows what she send people out to find out about us. But she can't say she knows us. She don't dwell among us. She don't work in our communities. I don't see her at meetings.
Do
She
she
comes
really
out.
live in DC? She might be like that other guy that live in Virginia or somewhere. Do she really live in DC?
I'm, well, from what I understand, she definitely lives in DC. And my thing is this, like I said, you know, People just they didn't come out. They didn't come out the way that it should be. And people always talk about my voice don't matter. How do you know unless you make a sound?
Mm.
That's just my opinion on it. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it's about to get rough. You think it's a lot going on in DC now? She she's building it up, and again, it's not for us. It is not for us. So I'm gonna tell you this: every free program we got right now, y'all better get in there, take them classes, get your diplomas, get your degrees, do everything you possibly can. Because when she rip money away, the first place she gonna rip money from is the poor people. She's not gonna upset those people who vote for her, who keep her winning.
Well, because you would think that because she's the mayor, she's supposed to give love to all of the wards. So what I'm hearing you saying, only certain wards get that love from her.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Can you identify some of the wards that she need to focus on? Maybe somebody hearing this, the
Ward
trouble
7,
ward.
Ward 8, those are the low. Ward 8, from what I understand, this is my knowledge that I hear at meetings. We are the poorest ward.
So
There
you
are
in Ward 8.
there are 90,000 people in Ward 8.
Wow. 90,000 people in Ward 8.
How many of them are homeless? We got to think about this. Yes, they're building a new hospital over here, but that hospital not going to be enough to maintain Ward 8. It's not going to be big enough to maintain Ward 8. So what are our people going to do? What are they going to do? We need another mental health hospital where we can take the people and they not living in the streets and they're kicking them out of shelter 6 o'clock in the morning. Half of they can't go to work.
Wow.
How do you go to work when you're mentally unstable? When you have mental stuff going on and you can't even focus on yourself. So how can you focus on a job? We
How
don't have.
if these people are mentally ill, because if they need to be hospitalized, then they need to be somewhere getting help, getting treatment. They need more treatment centers, it sounds like.
Yeah, for me, it
Again,
definitely does. We definitely need a treatment center. And I'm not saying throw these people in the hospital and lock them up. No, give them a place where they can go, where they can focus on themselves. And even while they're in there, the ones who can, give them a trade, teach them, have them go to meetings, rebuild their lives. Because a lot of these people feel out here, they feel alone because family has left them alone. The world seems to not care. Because when I was going down to St. Elizabeth and I was taking those care packages, most of them men said, it's good to know somebody cares. Because honestly, most people go out to the homeless when holidays come. What about the rest?
mm-hmm.
What about the rest of the year when they're out here hungry? And I wish that I could take care of them all the time. I can't, but I've been homeless, so I know what it feels like when people look at you like you're crazy, like, get away from me.
Wow.
So
Like
it's hard out here.
like Joe Claire got for the homeless, the Covenant House.
Yeah.
They're doing a fundraiser where they're trying to help the young homeless people. There's a lot of youth out there that needing a place to stay homeless. So he's started an initiative. He always helped the Covenant House to help give back, to the communities and trying to help the young people being homeless and stuff like that. We need more of acts of kindness than less acts of greed and more acts of kindness. And I'm
I agree.
sorry, that it come to this because they got her in there again. If she ain't the
Yeah.
right fit, and I
She
believe what Brother Molly be saying, he was saying that your vote don't matter, and I can see that because it really doesn't. And you say that if more people came out and vote, if you got all them people from all them other wards vote for her, even if everybody in Ward 7 and 8 came out, it still wouldn't have. They still would have got it. They still would have got it.
Well, we'll never know. We'll never know because I mean, even in other words, like up Columbia Heights, there are a lot of us up.
Latino.
There's a lot of us up there too. It's a mixed up there. It's a mixed community. You have Latino, you have the Caucasian, and you have Black people.
Now, what are your qualifications to be able to vote? Could you be a convicted felon to vote? You know, if you're coming out of prison, can you vote? If you're an immigrant,
I heard it was changed because at one point they couldn't vote. At one point they could not.
okay.
But from what I understand, it's been changed. Yeah, from what I understand, it's been changed. But like I said, I mean, the point is we're not making no noise. When we think about our ancestors, what did they do? They made noise. Let's not just make noise when somebody get killed. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing about it. Let's make noise for our housing. Let's make noise for our seniors. Let's make noise for our homeless. Because honestly, my problem is when us who live in Ward 8 will see people who are in Ward 8 who are homeless and we turn our nose up. That could be us tomorrow.
And by the way, you talking about the programs getting cut, it just may be.
Exactly. It may be.
Building, you know, they changed in DC.
Yeah.
I think it started with Anthony Williams. Who started changing the DC. He wanted Chocolate City to go to White Chocolate City,
and
he started
it. Yeah,
and building it up. Man, I drove through DC and got lost. Stuff that used to be an alley, they got a whole building where an alley used to be. It's like wow. But today's show. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm just my thing is this. I have nothing against you know, her upgrading the city or whatever the case may be. But understand this. I do have a problem when you push my people out. That's my problem.
Facts. We need more. We need that to be more people problem. You know, because what did Emmett Till mother say? If her business is the business, best to be the business of everybody business. Your problem should be the problem of everybody, not just your issues. Especially if y'all living in the same place, dwelling in the same communities. Good morning, Latrice. Good morning, Marley. I can't see whoever else out there.
Let me see if I can see for you.
Okay. Now today's show is about something that happened back in 1958. I brought it up so y'all can watch the clip because compared now to what's going on today, it's not much has changed at all. And when you hear stories like this, what happened in 1958, and this was even after the Emmett Till thing, and how we see stuff going on and our people refuse to change. They are stiff-necked people, hard-headed people. Share the clip, and then we're going to talk about the clip. Y'all sit back and y'all seat for this.
Give me a second, because I never know which clip you want me to share first. You sent me like 3 clips. Geno Smith.
No, that's tomorrow.
It's the kissing one about the little black boys.
While Molly's pulling that up, getting that together for us. Molly, you'll let us know when you got it up, right?
Oh,
we got it up.
Were pursued by a white mob and beaten by police in Monroe, North
No, this is not the one. I mean, it's the one, but it's not the one I wanted.
Because they were kissed.
I wanted the 5-minute one that I sent you. That came from the Learning Channel. The educational one. Because that go into a little bit more detail.
Yeah, in the meantime, we better get ready. We better get prepared. Like I said, consume all you can. Get all the free education you can. It's time to build. The time is now, not tomorrow, not next week. Start from this moment and build each other, build together, not apart. Because my old pastor had this saying, it's too great a work to be a separated people. And that rings true today. It's too great a work to be a separated people. That's Pastor Walker.
Nene. It's too great a work to be a separated people.
Yes, sir. That's
Morning,
it.
Ron. Morning.
And here we go.
Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. The Kissing Case of 1958. How a kiss on the cheek changed the lives of two young boys.
I made this one too, god damn.
To you and I, a kiss on the cheek may sound sweet, but a simple kiss on the cheek made civil rights history and shattered the lives of two innocent 7- and 9-year-old boys. The politics of race and sex was a perilous issue in the Jim Crow South. The fear of black men raping white women was used to stir up mobs to attack black neighborhoods. For many, the main impetus for segregation was preventing interracial sex and marriage. The fear of miscegenation took the most extreme form in the 1958 kissing case. In 1958, Monroe, North Carolina, two young African-American boys were charged with rape. What was their crime? A young white girl, Sissy Marcus, of similar age as the boys, told her mother she kissed 9-year-old James Thompson and 7-year-old David Simpson on the cheek. Her mother became furious and phoned the police, explaining that the boys had raped her daughter. The father gathered a mob together to kill the boys and their mothers. Police got wind that a mob was forming and preemptively arrested the boys before the mob arrived. The mothers of the boys went into hiding. Local officials unlawfully detained the two young boys for a week. They refused to allow their parents visitations and refused to allow legal counsel. In an attempt to extract a confession, the police beat both the boys and threatened them with further injury. After spending 3 months in jail, juvenile judge Hampton Price charged and convicted the boys of molestation. Both boys were sentenced to reform school until the age of 21. The town looked to the only man that could save the boys. He was the local head of the NAACP, Robert Williams. After stopping the KKK terrorism by having armed black guards patrol the black neighborhood, he began the campaign to free the boys. The NAACP became Williams' first avenue for resolution. When the state and national office was contacted to intervene, however, neither wanted to get involved. The NAACP had a strict policy not to get involved in sex cases. The apathy of the NAACP did not stop John Thompson's mother. She contacted some family in New York City and got the first national coverage for the case. The November 3rd edition of the New York Post covered the case. Robert Williams also contacted newspapers and television outlets. It was his connections with the socialist network of newspapers that produced the most significant results. After a photograph of the boys showing them with bruising appeared, an international outcry ensued. Demonstrations broke out all over the United States. Demonstrators protested outside embassies in London first, followed by protests in Rome, Paris, and Rotterdam. The Socialist Party used the case to show that American democracy was not inclusive of all its citizens. The world publicity shamed the NAACP and the North Carolina governor to take action. The two entered a secret agreement to arrange for the boys' release. The NAACP would agree to relocate and finance the family's move to Charlotte, North Carolina. The government would arrange for their release when the family settled in the new location. If the arrangement could stay secret, the boys could hide until the dust settled around the kissing case. To keep the NAACP and the governor pressured, Williams moved to have a habeas corpus hearing on the kissing case. If the boys won the habeas corpus case, it would prove that their imprisonment was unjust. The continued pressure eventually worked. On February 13, 1959, North Carolina Governor Luther H. Hodges finally granted clemency to the boys. They were released from reformatory after they had been held there for 3 months. The boys were quietly released back into the custody of their mothers in Charlotte. No one is exactly sure what caused the release. Some say that Eleanor Roosevelt convinced President Eisenhower to pressure the governor. Neither the governor nor other authorities in Monroe ever officially apologized to the boys or to their families. Until next time.
You see the people? Now, everybody talking about Emmett Till. We had a lot of social injustice going on and still going on. We vote these people in. You see how they didn't want to get involved, the Democratic state, until it made the Democratic state look bad. A 9-year-old and a 7-year-old. And the little white girl kisses them. How come she should have been charged? Because she was giving out the kisses. But you see how those people rallied up and did that mob, and they had to take them boys, and the police had to arrest them. Them people was ready to hang us. Hang them high. They always ready to hang you high. We got to rally up and stop and be there for our people. Anytime Roanoke, what's his name? Roanoke, and Herschel Walker is neck and neck. Something's wrong. Something's really wrong. Herschel Walker probably be the same one that want to keep the little boys in jail to make a point. The little boys in 7 and 9. What you think about what you just heard, Bernice? Bernice, is my microphone?
Oh, that's a hard pill to swallow, honestly. I mean, when you think about it, I believe there's so many stories that we don't have knowledge of, but just because of the color of their skin and this little girl's mother upset, maybe you should have taught your daughter to keep her lips to herself.
The mother was clearly a Karen, a classic Karen, filing rape. How you gonna file rape with a 9 and 7-year-old? They don't even know what they're doing with their little stuff. 7 and 9.
It wasn't said that they touched her. She kissed these little boys and ruined their lives.
Yes.
You ruined 2 boys' lives because you're upset because of the beautiful color of their skin.
Well, she was trying to kill him because the KKK was forming up. The mob would have got them. That's why the police stepped in and jumped in. Where was the fathers?
The father is the one who gathered the mob to go kill the boys.
No, I mean, where was the boy's father?
I'm not, well, I really don't know. I mean, they didn't speak on that. They didn't. But in the same token, regardless of him being there or not, or them being there or not, you just gotta, it makes my mind wonder, where does this hate stem from? That you hate, they are children, that you have so much hate in yourself that you accuse 2 little innocent Black boys of raping your daughter. And the NAACP wanted no parts of it.
Because they don't get into sexual assault. Wasn't no sexual nothing in. The little white girl put her lips places where she shouldn't, and the mama should have whooped the little white girl. But instead, we're going to kill the boys that you kissed. We're gonna lie on them first.
We're gonna lie on them first. That's the first thing that came about. You simply took that your daughter kissed a little boy, and she told you she did this, and you decide within your little wicked mind, I'm gonna say these boys raped my daughter.
Because you can't keep her from being fast. So she wants how many other boys did she kiss? This is just 1958. This is just 64 years ago. This and like I said, no matter who we vote in, we got to deal with this kind of stuff. We always say, "Oh, we voting to change to make a difference." Much haven't changed. I have a cousin down in North Carolina that was found in the woods hung. And this was a few years ago. This was in the 2000s. Hanging from the tree. And they said it was behind, he was messing with a white lady. And they said it was behind that. Nobody never know. Nobody found the killer. Nobody nothing. It's like you shouldn't have been messing with the white girl. The black people shouldn't have been messing with the white girl. White people shouldn't have been messing with the white girl. A life lost. And nobody knows the truth.
Well,
And it don't matter who you vote in. You know, because they're going to get in regardless. That's what I'm saying. There was an upset, right, that when President Trump was voted off the island because Georgia turned to a blue state, where Georgia used to be red, right? Georgia going back red. And I'm going to tell you why I believe so, if they ain't got the tallies in, because it's too close. How in the world did this man get all them votes? How in the world? Explain that to me. What are our viewers saying? Hey, Tree.
they make things happen the way they want things to happen. They do all this sealing and stuff of these boxes, but they make things happen the way they want to happen. That's just facts, you know. So if they want it to happen, it's gonna get that.
What did Latrice say?
I'm looking. Let me see. Latrice. Molly said, Malik Bay, we are the Indians. I don't know what that means. Facebook user, I don't know who that is. Maybe that's Rico. He said it wouldn't have mattered. I'm not sure who it is.
What wouldn't have mattered?
I'm not sure.
Because the NAACP and the black people had to relocate the people themselves. The white people say, just like, get them away, take them away. You're going to take 7 and 9, put them in reformatory school till they 21. Their life already, boom, gone. The family lives, their life, the mother lives, boom. And then you had to relocate them, hide them. As long as they don't say what happened, they will be safe.
Well, Latrice said, trying to make their little girl pure and not like black boys. I wonder if she had a black male when she got old enough to date. She said, and I believe that's Rico, because he said, peace to the gods. If the father, he said it didn't matter, it wouldn't have mattered if the fathers were at home. He said, y'all got to read your comments. We come in after your statements, LOL.
Yeah, y'all just rolling. Reese can't sing, that's all. You know, that's Malik Bay. You know Malik Bay?
No, I don't.
Okay, well,
Thank you
that's
for
what
watching,
is.
sharing, like Malik.
Malik making some good comments.
What he saying?
It wouldn't have mattered.
He said it wouldn't matter if the fathers was there.
Yeah.
And yeah, I believe that. I agree with that one.
They would have killed the fathers too, because black folks are now it probably been a mob of 50 white folks that have come and rush into a town of 300 black folks. The 300 black folks going to stand back and in fear because they don't want to get out there and fight. They could have easily subdued the KKK or get out there, but fear paralyzes people. Instead of them standing up fighting, 300 against 50, I'm using that for an example. The 300 were cowed backwards. Instead of tearing them 50 people, a new one. They wouldn't be the white sheets no more. They'd have been the red sheets. Them, you know, just like they feel that they're a little bit of number superior, and they do. And they do punk us. And they do push us back to where we won't react. So, yeah, you're right. It wouldn't have made a difference, because how could they even allow the police even to take them 2 little boys? KKK was trying to get in there to get them so they could kill them. How could they even allow any of that to happen?
That's because people are not willing to fight. We have a very few who are willing to go, you know, to push back. People not ready to push back unless it's against each other. Then you're ready to push back, ready to pop off, ready to kill.
Right.
But what about protecting each other, standing up for our rights? Because who gonna do it for us? Who gonna do it for us? Really? They don't care nothing about us, and that's evident in that story. That you look, they came and got him before the KKK got him, but look what happened. Look at that.
Boys. The police is the KKK. The police is the official KKK. That would have been another Rosewood incident. That would have been another Red City incident. Because I believe that it would because they wouldn't have stopped with them two little boys. They just want a reason to incite a riot. Look what they did with the Capitol. That was so unnecessary. So unnecessary. They want a reason.
People were with it.
No, I didn't see. I seen a couple of our people, a couple of Herschel Walkers walking around down there. But the most of us was at home. Like, do you see this?
Sell out.
Because they knew when they did the Black Lives Matter and Trump came down there, they had the tear gas people back. They had the rubber bullets back. They was ready to, so he could stand in front of a church and hold the Bible upside down. Well, but they did all of that, but they couldn't stop the riot. They couldn't stop the people. They couldn't tear gas the people back. They couldn't rubber bullets the people back. How many 200 people got hurt and 5 officers lost their lives?
Malik said it was staged.
But the riot?
Yeah, it was.
Well, what about the people that got killed?
Who? You seen about it? Y'all want to smoke this morning. He said y'all want to smoke this morning. The Capitol riot. KKK started in the Democratic Party. The African Americans can start the Republican Party. Go figure. And that's the thing. Do y'all know that? A lot of people don't know that. Like, the Democratic Party was started by the white people, and then they got to the point they was raiding black people's homes and making them vote Democrat. A lot of people got threatened into voting for the Democrats, and if you didn't, they was slaughtering people out here. We was always Republicans. They made us become Democrats. But now today, people just vote Democrat. Go ahead.
Malik must did catch a previous show where we did Notches, the Devil Punch Bowl, when I talked about right after slavery that the blue coats or the what you call it, the Northerners killed so many of us, the first concentration camp. So Malik, I'm woke. I got smoke for you. We can smoke together, my man. We can smoke together because I go there with you, you know. And the North and South wasn't nothing to do about color. They didn't give a damn about us. It was about money, because the white folks down the South was making money off the cotton, the tobacco, and all of that. And the Northerners was getting jealous. The Northerners have hate for us just like the Southerners do. White is white and black is black. And if you're white, you're right. And if you're black, you're taught to get back. We need to change that stinking thinking. That's what it is. That stinking thinking. And we got enough of us got to be woke. So many people want to stay asleep. So many people want to stay asleep. But I believe in each one, teach one, and all should know. That's why I share the clips that we do. That's why we have the discussions that we do. And that's why, you know, trying to give back to my people a little bit of knowledge of what they took from us, erased from us, and won't teach us. So we try to give back a little bit. Molly is more conscious more than anybody, and that's our producer. So you know, we up on it. Bernice?
What? I'm gonna say this. I'm not one into that. I'm not gonna debate you talking about smoke, about being woke and all that. That's
no, we just talking about
the facts. I heard some people say they woke, and for me, and I can't talk about everybody, and I don't claim to know everything, but some of the woke people seem like some I don't know. It's just not people I want to talk to. They sound like, you know, oh, I'm woke and this and that. What is woke? I mean, define.
Woke means having knowledge of self. Knowledge of self. Having some history, having some facts. Knowledge is what we lack. And knowledge, when we get that knowledge of our history, who we were, who we are meant to be, they can't take that from us. They try to erase our history. They try to rewrite our thinking. They everything that we thought we knew, we learned. They erased all of that and said, I'm going to tell you who you are. I'm going to tell you what to think. I'm going to tell you how I learned, because I'm going to teach you this way. We ain't nothing. We are just nothing but now items. They took that from us. And only a few of us even want to even dig back to learn, to know the truth. It's written, it's out here, but you got to study to show yourself approved. So many people don't want to learn, Bernice. So many people, they
My
just
thing
don't
is,
want to know.
well, my thing is this. Everybody believes what they want to believe. Everybody's going to have their opinion. For me, just because maybe I don't or somebody doesn't believe the way you believe doesn't make them any less knowing of who they are. That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. That's one thing about me. I'm not gonna get in no heated debate over what you believe or what you heard or what you read. That's not me. My thing in this life is to create something better to help my people. That's my stance because that's where I live today, and I see what's going on today. I know what they did, but what they're expecting is for us to carry it on. So we can look back and we can argue about who woke and who not, but we need to work together regardless. If I don't agree with you, that's fine. But can we still work together? That's my stance.
You got to carry it on. You got to. But what are you carrying on? What they telling you to carry on, or are you going to carry on with what we used to do, what our ancestors used to do? I'm gonna give you an example. Christmas. We all know that's a pagan holiday. If you go back and do your research, not everybody know and believe that. Some people want to stop that and do the real meaning. That ain't the real meaning of Jesus. And some people want to carry on the lie of Santa Claus, Rudolph, and all of that. So it depends. What do you want to carry on? A lot of us want to carry on Herschel Walker. A lot of us want to carry on Rollout. So you saying we got to work together, the people, we got to get on one accord. We got to get.
That don't mean I got to believe what you believe.
You
It
don't.
doesn't work
You don't.
like that because we're all human. And my thoughts may not always align with your thoughts. But the thing is to find common ground and say, okay, well, this is where we are. Can we agree to disagree instead of beating on each other? If you got something you can teach me, I'm all in.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I just said. I didn't say that you was wrong in what you thinking.
I'm not saying you. I'm not saying you. What I'm saying is I have talked to people. Oh, you woke. You ain't woke, sister.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, and I try to, keep my peace. If you come at me wrong, yeah, you gonna get some hood. Yeah. Oh, you want smoke? What kind of smoke you want? What are you talking about? Weed? What you want? Because we have to learn how to talk to each other, how to approach each other. That breaking people down. Oh, you not woke. You ain't with the cause. You ain't black. Nigga, my skin black. I'm black.
And why would they say you not? Why would they say you not woke?
Oh, a lot. I mean, not me in particular. I'm saying I have heard the conversations. I've been in the midst of conversations. No, just like for me, and I believe in the Bible. The Bible says we all know in part. So there's some things Molly know he can educate me on. You feel what I'm saying? There's some things I know that I can educate him and so on with you, Reese. So we have to find out how to educate each other without beating up each other. That's my biggest point. Don't tell me I'm not black. Don't tell me I'm not black because I ain't every day reading black books.
I agree. That educate each one, teach one, then all should know. That's what we got to do. We got to come together. And I always tell we got to come together, love one another, and get on the same accord. I mean, with love. That's the only way you won't push back hate.
I don't want to be with the angry woke people. I want to be with people who mild and they can talk to me like Molly.
I'm not angry. I'm excited.
I'm not talking about you, baby.
Oh, okay.
Now, a lot of people not woke, but early on, it get frustrating when you learn something about yourself or your people, and when you try to tell your family and your friends, they don't want to hear it. And a lot of them might say, "Oh, see, that's why I can't tell you nothing because you ain't woke." It means your eyes not open to this information. But a lot of people take that as I'm dumb. Or saying, "Oh, you saying I'm dumb because my eyes not woke to this?" A lot of people eyes not woke to some things you might show them. And a lot of people think woke just mean like you educated. Nah, you just got your eyes open to some information that some people just can't see. They eyes not open to it. And that can be anything. That can just be fixing on cars. There's some people who woke to being, a mechanic. But I just look at it like it's a lot of white people who not woke. That's why when you see Black Lives Matter, it wasn't black people mostly down there. It was a lot of white people down there marching as well. We got to understand that it's not no black versus white thing. It's the upper class versus the lower class. And until we get it in our head at the bottom to realize we got to work together, because at the top, the whites, the blacks, the Indies, all them working together. But down here, they got us fighting and divided, saying this side better than the other. Got these poor white people thinking they better than us. It's just all over the place. So until we start to realize that we in this fight together against these people at top that's controlling everything, it's going to be a hard time. But, you know.
But you know what's going to change it? And I see it, it's the younger people. It's the young, because the older people are stuck in their way of thinking. It's these younger people, all colors, white people and stuff, is standing up and saying, hey, mom and dad, how could you stand to think that way? And they're making the change. That's why a lot of Black Lives Matter, a lot of this was a lot of younger people. And I was like, good for them. Good for them. Their parents may be at home. Like I got a friend, she's white. Her family is racist, but she's not. She's like, she told her parents, how can you stand to think like that? So she is elevating and moving on, getting herself away from what her parents was taught, the Jim Crow law, the Jim Crow South. It's the young people that's getting ready to break them generational curses. And kudos to them.
We got some comments, Reese. Would you like for me to read them?
Yes, baby, because I can't see. I can't see that. I'm going to the doctor today. It's really bad, y'all.
You say, I have a video of the morning. I think that's, what's his name? Marley?
That's Malik.
Malik.
Yeah.
He said, I have the video of the morning. It started, I guess he's talking about the Capitol. It says the government is letting everybody in at the back door. Latrice, do y'all believe that Black people are petrified of white people, or the consequences of standing up to the white man? Definitely believe they're petrified. Some of them anyway. Malik says, we started a Republican Party in Milwaukee in 1953. And he also said, we have the bills like mine. I don't know what that means.
I don't know. In 1953, that was 5 years before they took them 2 black boys. So why didn't somebody come in and help them black boys? I don't care, white, black, blue, red, yellow, don't matter.
Ain't nobody can help them black boys. And what people gotta realize is they gotta put 2 and 2 together. All these articles coming back from the 50s, how these black boys is mistreated because a girl kissed them. How the hell Bill Cosby was raping these white women out here, and they was scared to tell and talk to now? People gotta wake up. If Bill was out here raping somebody, he'd have been hung right now. He would have never made it to where he at.
His lips would have been in the museum. His fingers, they would have cut him up like they did Nat Turner if he was doing all of that.
I believe they stopped him. I believe they stopped Bill because of that purchase he was getting ready to make.
Yeah,
I believe that too. I believe facts on that, because he was like, "Oh, you about to do something? Let's chop anybody, any black person when they get to a certain level and they're ready to push back, they get chopped down. They get like, oh, boop, 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 boop." So, Latrice, answer to your question, yeah, they're petrified. They're petrified of what's going to be done with them, because the white people put that stuff on display back then so they could petrify you. So they said, if you stand up against us, this is what's going to happen. And that stayed not only in the people's mind, but they passed it on to ancestors, passed it on to grandfathers. Why do you got to tell your sons that if the police stop you, put your hands where they can see them? Why do you got to, we got to give our sons different knowledge or different instructions because of the color of their skin, because we are scared that they're going to get shot down if they get stopped, or they're going to get arrested saying that they being resistance and stuff. That's why when you stop, tell them, I got to tell my son that put your hands where they can see them. Don't reach for nothing. Don't get them a reason for nothing. So, yeah, they petrified.
Malik said we have to stop the color thing. How can we stop it and they won't? I mean, I want to know, because all they see is our color.
Yeah, it's the media. You know, the white people that's poor, trash. They watch the media as well, you know, so they think they better. They think black people this and that. We gotta stop falling for that fake media. We already see Kanye, Kyrie, everybody come out telling us who run the media, and it's the propaganda they push out there. They push hate, and we get it. We hear F them white people. I was with it too, like these cracker this and that. But then I started to realize, like, man, most of the white people I meet, they don't feel like that. And the ones who do, they miseducated. They think that most of the things they see on TV and hear about us is true. They really think we stupid until they get around us and get to know us. They like, what the hell? Like, they really think we 1/3 of a human being. And it ain't because they was told this, it's because they read a Bible who tell them this and they believe it. You know, so it's different. You know, they got beliefs just how we got beliefs, and they stick to them strong. But they beliefs is ridiculous when it comes to another human being. But white people kill everything. They kill our animals and eat it. They kill us. They kill each other. So it's like, even if black people weren't here right now, and I think white people go to war with each other just like they did before with Hitler. They always white. They were just like, oh, shit, you got blue eyes, nigga. We going to war. They find any reason to go to war. Like, I'm like, man, it's
well,
done.
that's what Hitler did in Germany. They was the same color they fighting against. It was like the genocide. But we got to stop our own genocide. We got to stop fighting amongst each other. Talk about color this, color that. You would do more to your brother than you would a white man. So shut up. I don't even want to hear about the color this, color that. Treat your mama and your brothers and your sisters right. Start with you. You the white man this, the white man that, and then you smacking your woman. Shut up, bitch. Pap. Or you mistreating your mama or your children. But you want to say, oh, the white man this, the white man that. Well, what are you doing? You black man, what are you doing? Lead by example. Be the change you want to see. We got to stop it amongst each other first.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I don't pretend to. My thing is, I don't pretend to know everything, but I definitely like somebody I can learn from. And honestly, and I can be honest with who I am. Like I said, if you come at me left, hollering and screaming about, like, I can't talk to, and I don't mean no disrespect, them Israelites mean. They angry. I'm like, nah, bro, I don't want to talk to you. You got too much hate in your sister.
I never met any. You said
they be on the corners. I mean, these brothers are
Farrakhan people.
No,
not Farrakhan's people. Okay.
No, I mean they mean, and I'm like, nah, bro. No, I'm good.
What they say?
I don't want to. When they're expressing what they believe, it's just you can feel the anger. They be hollering. I mean, I'm like, oh my God, what? And the white man, and I'm like, okay. I mean,
that's the energy they be built up.
So they come up to like, listen, sister, the white man come up just like that.
I can't talk to nobody who talk to me like that, because that make my defenses go up, and I'm like, bruh, what?
I love it, man. I be loving it. I watch them online. They be going for 3 hours. When I used to be in New York, I stand there and watch them, and they be screaming. But sometimes that's what it take to get their message across. Me, I'm more of a listener. I'm used to getting yelled at. You know, parents and grandmother, football team, coaches always yelling at you bad. So it don't bother me. I'm only here to hear the message. But some people, it do bother them. Like, soon they get to yell, they walk off, or they get in their feelings. Like, who you talking to? I'm a grown man. Like, talk to me like that.
I've been yelled at all my life, bust upside my head. Nah, bro, you're not about to do that to me.
Your PTSD, some people get, like shell shock. Some people don't want, like, some people shut down. Even I have a couple of friends, they say that, Reese, you get loud, you yelling. They gotta say, Reese, you yelling. I'm excited, and I grew up in a household where we yell. And we get excited. So sometimes they have to say, you yelling. I don't even know I'm yelling, but I'm not yelling out of aggression. I'm yelling out of passion and excitement.
I mean, because I met some great educators. I mean, black men, and I love my black men. And, but I've met some, I could sit down and he's just as calm. And he got this ease about him where he like, sister, look, and I'm like, okay, I can listen to this. But I'm telling you, when somebody come at me like, you ain't woke and blah, 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 you need to listen. Bruh, I ain't listening to nothing you guys say.
Nope.
Bring it down a notch, because we're going to be hollering at each other in a minute. So it's, I guess we're all different. That's why we have to take the time to learn each other, to know how to address people. Because I'm one who observes, and I'll observe you. And if I get that, yeah, something ain't right about that, I'm staying away from you. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's, again, learning each other. Yeah, we all black. Me and Reese, we both women, but that don't make us the exact same. You know what I'm saying? So it's about learning each other, learning to build each other, learning how to talk to each other. Because just because Marty can take it, don't mean Bernice will. I might pop off the bottom. You know what I'm saying? It's learning. For me, it's all about learning, because that's why I observe people, because I want to know who you are, where you stand.
It's true.
Nothing wrong with that.
It's true.
And
I want the people to know who you are and where you stand on November the 19th with the light for Rome.
I stand as a light for Rome. That's where I stand. Like I said, this event is near and dear to my heart. I've been advocating for mental health for a long time, but in losing my son, it definitely brought out, it gave me this push. You know what I'm saying? To save somebody else's son, or, you know, to be a light for somebody else, to keep his name alive, and, you know, to let the world know that we're here and we all going through something, and we need to learn how to deal with it together. Because I want to talk to people who understand where I'm coming from. We're going to bring some music. We're going to bring some life. We're going to bring some love. We're going to bring some healing. So we're all coming together on the 19th from 2 to 4. From 2 to 6 p.m., we're going to have a panel. We're going to have some food, and we're going to love on each other. So I hope you will meet me there.
I'm going to meet you there.
Meet us there. We're going to
meet me there.
We're going to have a crew out there. And like I said, and what I'm most happy about is the new circle and feeling the love and how we support each other. So this is, like I said, this Light for Rome is all my lights in my life coming together to support this vision, you know. So come on out.
Yes, I'm definitely going to be there in love and support, you know, because I believe mental health is powerful. I believe we got to love and support our men, ladies.
Yes.
You know, I believe that's very powerful. And they will say, oh, the man this and the man that. This is my own personal opinion. A man is this and a man is that because we allowed him to be this and that. You know, that's my personal opinion. So if they say the man is rotten or he's this and he's that, what do you contribute to? Own up to some of the stuff that we do as women to make them that way or that way. I really believe that. Like I said, this is just my opinion, not the opinion of Bernice Marley.
All right, because Bernie's about to come back with her opinion. Come on now.
You know, I believe because we make them sons. You know?
I agree with what you're saying. We as women have to hold some responsibility for how we treat our men, but also understand that some of us come damaged. But what we have to understand is we can help somebody, but we can't heal people unless they want to be healed. So we have to learn how to treat each other, build our men. Because I always, and this is my saying, if we don't build our men, we kill our men. So we have to learn how to be that peace, and, you know, vice versa. So it's all about the unity.
You just said what I said. You just said the women have to do their part. That's exactly what I'm saying. And a lot of the damaged men come from a woman that didn't do their part or whatever and damaged them. And then they come across of older or seasoned people like us that can help them put that damage back together. Because all women are not the same, just like all men are not the same. And I'm here to help our people from whatever they did to get hurt. We the hospital. We need the sick so we can get y'all well. That's what we're saying. We will help you on your journey to get there where you need to be. We're not on the mission to tear you down no further than you already feeling, no bad than you already feel, male or female. Period. You know, that's, you know, we got to get ourselves together.
Yeah.
This was a great show today. I was excited. Oh, I'm sorry I gassed up the topics with the politics and the black and stuff. Tomorrow's show gonna be even worse, Bernice. Because we're gonna talk about all these women. My brother, Pastor Gino Jennings. I got a clip I want to share. because I like him. And
I don't.
He's gonna beat me down.
I don't. I don't like
See,
it. I don't. I'm being honest.
Gonna beat
I'm
me
not
down.
gonna say I don't like him. I don't like.
You don't like his message.
I don't like the way he delivers.
Okay, but is he telling the truth?
Some parts, yes, I agree. Some parts.
Exactly. So when that truth be hurting and sticking for some people. So we got a little bit of Geno Jennings tomorrow, and I'm going to ask that our brother Ron, the Truth Hunt, come on in to give what he thinks. And the topic is women saying they're ready for marriage. They want to be married, but they're not ready to be married. Oh, husband, that's going to go both ways. Because some men,
men
saying they want to be husband and they not ready to be husband. So we're going to talk about people that claim they're ready to be in that union, but for real, they are not ready to be in that union. Because why do men get married if they're going to cheat? Why do women get married if they're going to cheat? You know, so we're going to talk about that tomorrow. And I'm going to have Mr. The Truth Hunt on, if I can get him. I'm going to ask him, you know, if I can get him on. So y'all hold on to your bootstrap. That's going to be the interlude for tomorrow's show to lead us into Freaky Friday. And on Freaky Friday, we're going to hope that Michelle going to come on the panel because she got a panel that she want to ask all the men. So we're going to keep that fire and that energy. So we got some good shows coming up, people. I just want to say Bar 210 next Tuesday. I would like to see the poll plug out there because I will be leading. I'll be hosting the comedy and improv. I'll be stepping in for the Gwen Factor. It's going to be Reese's Pieces because the Gwen Factor has another engagement that night. So Reese's Pieces are going to be hosting and holding it down for her. So everybody come out and support. I'm gonna be hitting everybody up. Come out and laugh with me. Come out and laugh with me. You know, because I need my support of my family. You know,
facts.
Molly Mall.
Yo.
What you got to say, bro?
Put some wisdom, Molly.
Huh?
A little bit of that wisdom before we leave.
I know, right? You know, y'all had a great show though, man. I talked a little bit with y'all though. Malik, man, make sure you follow the channel. Everybody here, make sure y'all like and follow. So every time Reese and Bernice go live, it comes straight to your phone. And if y'all want to come on as a guest, I think Malik, you'd have been a great guest today for what we was talking about. Just reach out to Reese or Bernice or me, and we'll get y'all on the show. And I just think we need to work together, y'all. I seen somebody say it's trust. I just think we need to get back to trusting each other. The man trusts the woman trusts the man. Because right now, they using us against each other. And the black woman is the best weapon, the weapon they got right now. You know, that was their goal. They said you become allies with the black queen and you'll watch the black man fall. And that's all that means. They be giving them government assistance. They doing whatever they can to help the black woman. And ain't nothing wrong with that. If you need it, take it. But I just hate the rules that they say you can't have a man in the house. The goal is for these women to find a man, you know, so if they get a man that's good and they can help them, they don't need y'all no more. So they trying to make sure they take care of our black queens. We need to get back in the house, fellas. So we get back in, get a job. We don't need them. Forget government assistance. Let's get to the point. We don't need food stamps or any of that. But until then, get them steps. Get them stamps, man.
They gonna give it to me.
Get them stamps.
Molly, you know they be cutting my stuff, but they won't give me no help. We ain't gonna help your ass because you run your mouth too much. They ain't trying. I'm out there with the black men like this. Can I get them? Can I get $1? Can I get something?
Oh Lord,
I'm out there with the black men. They don't like me.
You done started something. Here she go with it. Nobody like her, but everybody like her.
I'm on the do not fly list. They don't like me. But I guess that letter I wrote to the president some time ago. But I ain't gonna talk about that.
Okay, they about to cut out your
Ever since then,
they about to shut us down.
Yeah, you can't sleep with Obama, Reese. He had a wife. Michelle is there. Stop writing them letters.
First of all, I wasn't trying to sleep with him, but how'd you know it was to Obama?
Who else? You know, I know you ain't taking your time to write to Trump. or Biden or none of these other guys. They love
Right.
Obama, and he was one of the worst ones. But I ain't gonna
And
get to
Obama gave me, he wrote me back. I got an official White House correspondence came right back to me.
that.
That's why I'm on the list.
Well, we love you guys, and we thank you for tuning in. Until tomorrow, be safe, people.
Yeah.
We have.